must press on with the urgent matter this letter pertains to. My name is...
Soon, it'll be home.
In magic, many things happen that are not intended.
But I didn't do anything. I was just passing by and saw some people walking into a restricted zone. I didn't even know they were undead or whatever. Oh, Dad, I need your help.
Well, Celine, is it necromancy?
Quiet, Alfred. I'm concentrating.
Counselor Alfred, is she tasting that rock?
She is utilizing witchcraft, Mr. Grace.
Did I not ask for silence? It is necromancy, Alfred. I'd recognize the foul magic anywhere. But it's been 60 years since the last necromancer was seen, and I remember you lit him on fire.
Yes, I remember. Our second date, if I recall.
Counselors, if I may, I also have a job to do.
Yes, child, I'm sorry. Go about your duties. We need to see if Lady Akron was the necromancer.
What's he doing? This magic resembles the spell of the Law Walker, Alfred.
Rylan Grace is his name, and he possesses the unique ability to see the last 30 seconds or so of anyone who has passed away in the last month. But it comes at a cost, which is his own tale to tell if he chooses. They call him a death gazer.
I didn't see your daughter, Counselor. The necromancer was hidden under a dark hood. But it was a man. He was pressed against the victim. I could see his jaw was stubbled with a beard, but... A student, sir. Calls himself Storm. An illusionist. The victim saw him watching from behind a nearby wall. I recognized him. He may have information about the necromancer.
Thank you, Mr. Grace. Now go and get some rest. Inform the guard I require student Storm in the dungeons immediately.
Father! And Mother?
Yes, child. I'm here as well. Your father insisted.
Is Rain well?
She is. Thank you for your concern. Alfred, I have other matters that require my attention, if I am no longer needed. Thank you. You look well for 90 years, Akron. Farewell.
Unlock the cell. My daughter's innocence has been proven.
Mother, it's been 2 years since I've
what's the
seen
big
her.
idea? You don't have to be so rough. Oh, Headmaster Alfred. Lady Akron? Lovely to see you both. In the dungeons?
Ah, Student Storm, is it? We have much to discuss.
Hello, hooligans, and welcome home. And oh my goodness gracious, the intro. So, you guys probably want to know a little bit about that intro. That is the first intro for the Kingdom of Arcanus. And the Kingdom of Arcanus is my magical kingdom. It is the Kingdom of Magic. It is counseled by Counselor Alfred. And it is absolutely crazy. there were, I believe, 5 or 6 voice actors in that one. So let's do a special thank you and run through. First of all, thank you for returning to play Counselor Alfred. So that was Cafe Stifler. And returning once again as the Red Queen of Scorn was Foxy Monoxide. And then we have some new people to introduce to you. So, we have Lady Akron, who is, as you guys found out, yes, I know, because everybody's going to want to ask about this, the daughter of Counselor Alfred and the Red Queen of Scorn, Celine Adrillian. So this is something I'll talk about in just a minute. I want to continue saying thank you to people. You are now being introduced to Lady Akron, who is Winged Champ, is actually our voice actor for that. We have brought in JJ, who is playing the part of Storm. And then we have Dom Ratana, who is a great friend of mine, who is going to be playing the part of Rylan Grace. So, this. Okay, first of all, looking around, and I will talk about the story in a second. Looking around, I have decided, by popular demand, to incorporate Germsy Boy's texture pack in this. So, I am now running the Little Taste of Germs. This is the most updated version. The blue glass is bothering me a little bit on the monument, so I'm gonna have to figure that out. That'll be a thing to do. But story. I know you guys are gonna want to talk about this story so much, and we're gonna head out to Arcanus. So, first of all, let's address the elephant in the room. Counselor Alfred and the Red Queen of Scorn had a kid? Yeah, weird. No, so on the World Anvil, there is a character profile for Celine Adrillian. The World Anvil is listed down in the description if you guys want to check that out. So she started her magical training very young and ended up coming to what will be the Magician's Academy that will be built here. This is the land that we are actually building Arcanus on. I'm going to run over to our color palette as well. So while she was here, she met a handsome young devil named Alfred, Counselor Alfred, who was not a counselor at that point. He was just a professor, assistant at that point. So they had a kind of, university fling. They were in love. They had a child. Things did not work out just over time, I guess. And we haven't gotten really into the details of that, but it's something I want to go through on some of the stories from home are going to be character histories and profiles and stuff. So we will get into that further, probably from Counselor Alfred's point. But yeah, they had a child. It is Lady Akron. As we all well know, the Red Queen of Scorn, Celine, disappeared back to Scorn and did her thing, became the Red Queen, and then Alfred stayed here as the headmaster of the Magician's Academy. So he kind of sheltered Lady Akron here. So to let you guys know, character-wise, Celine and Alfred are both over 100 years old. So from either their own magicality or whatnot that their ages are, they are old people, older people. They are both actually the only 2 original counselors from the old world as well. Everyone else is new. And then Akron is 90. So she's been sheltered very much so, but she is about 90 years old. So that is kind of an interesting little play into there, and I'm really excited to kind of dive into that character and see what we can come up with. And then you have Storm, Storm is a younger student. He's only an 11th year student. He is probably about, I would say, maybe 17 or so, 16, 17 in the story. And so he is going to be kind of I'm trying to think of a way to put it, our normal, just everyday person in the story. He is an illusionist, So that is going to play a key factor in the story as it continues on. And he witnessed a pretty horrific thing by a necromancer. So it's gonna play an interesting part, and I'm really excited that his character is actually going to be involved, and that is actually voiced over by JJ. And like I said, all these people you're gonna be able to find always down below. So if you guys want to check them out, go ahead and do so. Lady Akron, like I said it before, is going to be a fun character to do. It's kind of interesting to take a character and kind of, especially with a child, and kind of mix a little bit of the personalities of the parents. So Alfred is very calm and wise and stern, but then you have, Celine, the Red Queen of Scorn, Foxy Monoxide plays, and she's very loose cannon. I mean, there are stories in her actual character profile that are about her being in the university and this and that. And yeah, she's a little bit of a loose cannon, so it's going to be fun to mix up those things, I think. And I'm looking forward to it. And probably my favorite character in Arcanus is being played by Dom, Rylan Grace. So Rylan Grace is a Death Gazer. So a Death Gazer is essentially someone that he's the only one with this ability right now, but he is able to, any person with magic, like a magician, after they have passed away, he is able to see into their last 30 seconds worth of life. So I'm really excited about his character in the sense of that's a fun ability to play with, especially with this stuff with the necromancy. But I'm more excited to find out how it's been affecting him. He's only about 19 years old. That's how old we're going with him. But he's been doing this since he's been about 16. So he's spent the last 3 years of his life in a very strange time period of life, watching people die from their point of view. And just what that's going to do to him and how it affects him is something that is really, really intriguing for me to get into in a story. So I'm really excited about what is going to happen with him. I think that's going to be an interesting part of the story that ends up unfolding. And I haven't brought in the Necromancer yet. I want you guys to meet the Necromancer, and I think that's going to be a fun, cool part of the story. But yeah, we're going to hold off on it. But Ryland's going to be fun. I think Ryland's going to be a very cool character, and I always like side characters as well. I will say, Lady Akron is our main character, but this is a story about 3 different people. But I'm doing this in the wrong place. But some of those characters that are the helpers of what you would consider the main character are often, to me, the more satisfying characters. If you look at, take Final Fantasy XII, for example. Vaughn sucked. Worst protagonist ever in a video game I've ever played. His character was pointless. He made no big movements in the game. There was not really any point of him being there. But characters like Ash and Bosch were really cool characters. Baltier is really cool character. There's a lot of really, really good characters in that game that are not the main character. So I'm really excited to get some of these side characters into perspective with you guys, and there's going to be a lot of those. We just got our first harvest script in, and that's probably going to be your next one, and that one's going to have a lot of just other people, and I think it's going to be cool. I think it's going to be really, really cool, and I'm having a lot of fun doing this, and I'm trying to figure out ways to get you guys more home content, just to let you guys know too. It's a complicated scenario because there are character interactions I want to happen, and I think doing maybe some more little shorts of things would be really cool in like with what I want to do. But I don't know. I want to know from you guys, like, would you guys like to see more home, like just more character interactions, people talking to each other. Like there are characters that I think would just bring a whole lot more to the world that just having a conversation would do it. Like I would really enjoy the Knights of St. Kit having conversations. So like that is Lieutenant Ash, who is the personal guardian to Princess Fira, and then there's like Lady Commander Vix, who is the like commander of the Knights of St. Kit, who are the guardians of the counselors, having a conversation with like Lieutenant Ash as well. Like, so there are really cool character interactions that I would really like to get into. I'd really like to have like, I don't know, maybe Alfred and Celine talk about what happened with them at some point, or just about their daughter. I think that would be fun. I would love to see some interactions between Celine and Rain. Celine is married again, but to a woman. And so I would love to see some interactions with them, and I would love to see interactions with some of the other characters. I would really like to see, like, Counselor Saren talking with, maybe, like, Counselor Duluth more. Like, just interesting little tidbits. And I'm wondering if I can fit that in somewhere, and that's my big question. Like, if you guys have any suggestions on what you guys think would be an interesting way to do that, because I could just put it into the Stories from Home, but Stories from Home almost already has its own thing. But it would be maybe doing more home episodes. Like like I said, I want to get it to 2 a week, and maybe not have such a Kingdom episode based thing for one of them, and just kind of do whatever we're doing, like, concentrate on like build stuff, or maybe just talking about the series in general. But definitely do a couple of characters having a conversation, something like that, something that's a little bit more you're learning about the people in the story and how they interact with each other, and more their own everyday, their more everyday based things, like just talking, maybe training, maybe Celine is talking to, one of the other people about the council, or, just something like that. I think something like that would be really cool. This is going to be a cool tower. I'm really, really excited about the way this is going. So yeah, let me know what you guys think about that down below, and just give me some, inspiration for that. I think that would be a lot of fun. So yeah, that is like what happened with the story. That's what's going on in the world. It has been a little chaotic for me this week, so that's why you guys are getting the like actual episode a little later. I've had a little bit of a rough week in the like mental health capacity. It's not been a fun week for me. But I'm doing better. I feel better, and I really want to maybe try to concentrate on my work a little bit more with this, and kind of make things a little bit, more centered, I guess. But I am feeling good. I have made a bunch of decisions that are involving the betterment of myself and my channel, and just everybody around me. And so I feel okay. I feel better, and I'm progressing, and that is good. So, guys, I think that's about going to do it for this episode. It's going to be a little shorter. I'm trying to get this episode done and edited in like one sitting, and that is going to be tons of fun. I have a lot of stuff to do. So, because I usually do these episodes before I do the intro. So, like, while I'm talking about how awesome the intro was, I sometimes haven't done it yet. YouTube magic. So, guys, thank you so much for watching. If you guys are more interested in the world of Edry and what we are doing here in the Home series, please check down below all the description stuff. There is a Discord specifically designed for Home, where you guys can come and talk about lore and give me ideas and just, really dive into this series if you want to. So go check that out, and make sure you guys check out everybody who is doing all the voice acting. Just follow them on their Twitter and send them a, nice message like, hey, you did really great on the episode of Home. That was so awesome. And yeah, that's going to be it, guys. I think that's gonna do it. So there we go. Here, let's get a nice little sunrise behind me. I will see you guys in the next episode of Home. All right? So thank you so much, and I'll see you later. Bye-bye.